Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the next part here. Alright, so in the dialog settings again, we were looking at the reset, turning it on and off. We'll go ahead and turn this one back on. And then the hide after last message, let's go ahead and leave this one on as well. The reset all on trigger exit and the instant close on exit. Let's look at these, but we need to actually set a couple of things up so you can see it actually happening here. First thing to do, we'll go ahead and skip down here so we can see this going on. The dialog bubble options, if you click on this one, we're going to go to the first one, bubble ID, and I'm just going to go ahead and set 0, 1, and 2 all to enable. So you should have 0, 1, and 2. These should all be enabled. That way we'll be able to see the boxes coming up. The other thing we want to do, just so we can see the properties here working, we're going to click on the dialog text 1 messages, and we'll talk about these more later, but just note that this one will say message 0, and we'll say first message, first note, and second. Alright. So we got message, first, second. It's a little bit odd of naming, but that's fine, just so we can make sure we can tell a difference between them coming up. Alright, so go back to our dialog settings. And in the dialog settings, there's a instant close on exit. We're going to leave this one off for the moment. And then on the reset all on trigger exit, we'll go ahead and leave that one on. Alright. So we'll take a look at two different ways of doing this one. So this one, when we exit, it's just simply going to reset it each time. So when I come up here and push E to interact, it's going to say message 0. I push interact again, it'll say first note, and then it does second. And you might notice like a little jitter in between the pieces. That's actually a setting for the tween type. So now that went through all 3 times, but now let's say I come back here and I do message 0, first note, and I'm going to leave. Now when I come back, it's going to say message 0 because it's resetting. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one real quick, and then we'll work through the other parts. So on setting here, so instead of doing it that way, if I said reset all on trigger exit off, that means that whenever I come back to the dialog box, wherever I left off on the dialog, it'll just start from there. So if I go here and say message 0, and I say first note, and I leave, when I come back, it's going to go to the second note because that's where I was leaving off from. Alright, so nice and simple that way. If I come back and I say first one here, go away, come back to the first note, go back away, come back to the second note. So it's going to remember that conversation point and just pick up right from there.